Greetings, fellow carbon-based life forms. I am Harold the Hair Bear, jack of all. In the part 1 video unboxing, I revealed and provided a good bit of information on the Canon EOS M50 and the 2-lens kit I purchased as part of a larger bundle. Now, as a quick overview, the M50 is a mirrorless camera capable of recording 4K video at 24 frames per second, 1080p video at 60 frames per second, which is where I'll do most of my video recording, and also where Canon's excellent dual-pixel autofocus comes into play, as well as 720p video at 120 frames per second for great slow-motion video. It has an articulated touchscreen and great automatic as well as full manual settings for both video and still photography. The kit came with a 15 to 45mm lens with a 49mm diameter for filters, and the 55 to 200mm zoom lens with a 52mm diameter. These are both Canon EFM lenses, which support image stabilization with the M50. It also came with a single battery and charger, a strap for the camera, and an extensive manual. Now, for the rest of the items included with the bundle I purchased. It was supposed to include a full-size tripod, so when the box arrived, I figured it's too small. They must have forgotten to ship the tripod, or maybe it would arrive in a separate box. That was not the case. This tripod was included. Although it is a Vivitar brand tripod, it's only 50 inches high maximum, and it is very, very lightweight. I had recently purchased an Amazon Basics tripod, which is heavier and can go up to 60 inches high, so this tripod is a bit underwhelming. I checked the vendor's website, and they sell it for about $20. Also included was a mini tripod and cleaning kit. In this pouch, there's a dust blower brush, 2 screen protectors with a squeegee card to install them, a microfiber cloth, lens solution spray, and 5 cotton swabs. And lo and behold, the mini tripod is also in this pouch. I can feel it right here. It's maybe 4 inches high. The M50 is fairly lightweight, but I don't think I'm going to trust it to this little thing. I thought maybe I could print an adapter to use with my GoPro on my 3D printer, but I've already printed a mini tripod for the GoPro, and it's sturdier than this one, so the cleaning supplies are okay, but the mini tripod is definitely underwhelming. Now, it does get somewhat better from here. Let's see. The kit also included a 64 gigabyte SanDisk Class 10 SD card, which can be purchased on Amazon for about $11.48. It has this little SD card wallet to protect your SD cards from getting scratched. It has a USB SD card reader. I doubt I'll get much use of it as my laptop has an SD card reader built in, but it's an alright little accessory, albeit not a very expensive one. Now, they included a spare battery, which is also branded from Vivitar. With a digital camera, I would say you can never have too many memory cards or batteries. Now, with SD cards, I would recommend sticking with a name brand like SanDisk, preferably with high speed ratings and large capacity for storing large video files. With batteries, well, I don't necessarily feel that you have to stick with Canon. I found 2 off-brand batteries with a dual battery charger on Amazon for about $26, and I'll probably order that in the future, so I'll have plenty of spare batteries. Now, it also came with a Vivitar case. The case is a bit smaller than I'd like, probably not one I would have purchased myself separately, but if we open it up, I believe it will hold the camera body, both lenses, and probably have at least a bit of room left for accessories. That fits in pretty nice. Oh yeah, we can get that in, start packing our accessories. It is fairly well padded. You also have a little additional room in the side pockets. So, although it's a little bit smaller than I probably would have ordered on my own, I do think it's a nice little camera case. Now, rounding out that bundle are a couple of Vivitar UV filters. They're not expensive filters, but they're definitely good to have. When shooting indoors, I'll likely use these filters partially for the UV protection on the sensor, but also to protect the lenses from scratches. They included a 49mm filter for the 15 to 45mm lens and a 52mm filter for the 55 to 200mm lens. So, did I get $40 worth of extra equipment? Well, probably yes. Was it a good value? Absolutely not. especially since the price has since dropped by $30. However, at the current $839 price, especially if you don't already have a tripod, then I definitely think it is a good value. Now, in addition to the bundled items, I knew that I wanted a variable ND filter for shooting outdoors. Think of an ND filter as sunglasses for your lens. A variable ND filter allows you to adjust the amount of tint depending on how much sunlight you're experiencing. You can crank it down on an overcast day, for example, or you can crank it up if you're filming and the sun is directly in front of you. I'd already spent a good bit of money on the camera bundle, so in this case I decided to go with a very inexpensive lens from K&F, which I purchased on Amazon for about $22, which is quite cheap. I saw others for $150, even $200, but this one really did have good ratings. Now, as another measure, to keep the budget in line, I only ordered one ND filter, the 52mm, which will fit on the 55 to 200mm zoom lens. I then purchased a 52mm to 49mm step-down adapter. And this can be found on Amazon for $5 to maybe $8 or $9. When I want to use the filter on the 15 to 45mm lens, which requires the smaller diameter filter, I screw the 52mm filter onto the wide end of the adapter, and then screw the narrow 49mm end onto the 15 to 45mm lens. This should work great. You can also get a step-up adapter to use smaller filters on larger diameter lenses, and going from 52 to 49mm would probably be okay, but with a larger difference in diameters, you'll get what is known as vignetting, which is a softening around the edges of your shot. Also, depending on how far you're trying to step up, you may even see a fuzzy dark ring that kind of cuts down the size of your photos or video. Now, the final accessory that I purchased is the Rode VideoMicro. This is an external mic for my camera. The kit can be purchased with the Rode VideoMic Go, although in most of the kits and bundles I found, there was little or no savings as opposed to purchasing that model separately, as it can be found for as low as $88 on Amazon. I did, however, find that the VideoMicro, which was available for only $59, actually had better ratings and recommendations than the more expensive VideoMic Go. Now, there are a ton of other mics available, but I wanted to go with a brand that I know and I've used in the past rather than an off-brand competitor, and I didn't want to spend too much. So I decided to go with the Rode VideoMicro. It is very compact, as you can see. If I can get the windscreen off. Again, it is a very small microphone. It has a Rycote lyre suspension mount that will help reduce vibration noise. And it also came with this fuzzy little windscreen. They call this a dead cat. I hate that term. So it's a fuzzy windscreen. Also, you don't need a battery for the mic because it gets powered directly from the camera. So the mic mounts in the flash shoe and then plugs into the external mic jack on the side of the M50. So we've now completed the full unboxing of my new video setup, including a little history, my first impressions of the Canon EOS M50, the kit lenses, the bundle and accessories I purchased, including the Rode VideoMicro. Once I do charge the camera's battery and reread the mini War and Peace instruction manual, I plan to use the M50 pretty much exclusively, and once I've used it for a while, I'll do a little follow-up video with a full review. Also, if you missed part 1, I'll link that in the product description link below. Between the two parts, we covered a lot of ground, and I hope you've enjoyed my presentations and possibly even learned something. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up like button below. I'd also love to hear your comments regarding the Canon M50 and Rode microphones, or possibly other competing products that you may have experience with. Thank you for watching. I am Harold the Hair Bear, Jack of all. As always, and until next time, peace!